Hi, so today we are focusing on simplifying exponential expressions that include a multiplication. So now when it comes to simplifying exponential expressions, there are two ways of which you may be asked. They can either give you an expression that has a multiplication sign or an addition or subtraction sign. So on this video, we're just focusing on the multiplication sign. Right, so now here's our question. We are given 81 exponent 5 minus 2x times 243 exponent x minus 2 divided by 9 exponent 5x minus 1 is equal to 1 over 3. So now the first thing that you need to do when it comes to solving any exponential expression, you must convert all the whole numbers, right? Convert all the whole numbers to their simplest prime factors. Now for an example, 81. When you convert that 81, it becomes 3 exponent 4. So if you are using the latest calculator, you can just punch in 84 in your calculator, press the equal sign, and then after that press shift and press fact. That's going to give you the prime factors. Right, so let's look at our question. So we do know that our prime factor for 81, it's 3 exponent 4. So we have 3 exponent 4, that's 5 minus 2x times, for 243 it's 3 exponent 5, x minus 2 divided by 3 squared, 5x minus 1, it's equal to 1 over 3. Right, so now we have taken care of our first step, right? So the next step is we are going to apply a law, exponential law. Right, so now this is the first law that I need you to remember. Right, so now this law says that if you have an exponent, right, inside a bracket raised to a power, that power multiplies the exponent. So now this would mean that this becomes a xy. So if you had ax and y plus 1, this would be axy plus x. You understand? Exactly like this. So now let's apply that on this expression. So this will multiply everything here, and multiply everything there. So now you have 3, 5 times 4, that's going to give you a 20, minus 8x times 5 times x, that's going to give you 5x minus 10 divided by 3, 10x minus 1, it's equal to 1 over 3. Right, now from this step we can apply another exponential law that says that if we are multiplying bases that are the same, we add the exponents, right? So now this means that 3 and 3 have the same base, so we can add the exponents because they have the same basis. So now this would mean that we have 20 minus 8x plus 5x minus 10 divided by 10x minus 1. Now you must make sure that you write the signs as they are. As you can see, I wrote the signs as they are. I did not change any signs, so it's very important that you do so as well. Right, so now that's equal to 1 over 3. Right, so from here we add or subtract like terms. So negative 8 plus 5x, that's going to give you a 3 negative 3x. 20 minus 10, that's going to give you a positive 10, divided by 10x minus 1 is equal to 1 over 3. Right, so now after this, our next step is we are going to apply another exponential law, which says that if you are dividing two bases that are the same, you subtract the exponents, right? So now on this one, it does not matter if you would have written it like ax over ay is equal to ay minus x. It does not matter. What you need to always remember is that on your final answer, you should have a positive value. It's very important that you have a positive value when it comes to exponents. So now, when applying this law, it will give you a direction whether your final answer will be positive or a negative, right? So here's how I advise you to write it. Do not change the signs yet, just write them as they are. Now let's take this up, right? You can either take this up or you can bring this down, right? So now let's take this up. So it's 3 negative 3x plus 10, right? Minus, remember, we are subtracting, right? Minus. Now I'll open a bracket, 10x minus 2. Actually here, supposed to be 2. Sorry, made a mistake. Supposed to be 2 here. 2, right? Because see, it's 2 times, and here there was 1. Here we had 1, so it's 2 times 1, which gives us a 2. Right. Let's continue. Sorry about that. So now we have 1 over 3. This side did not change, right? Now that's inside a bracket. So now that's 3 negative 3x plus 10. So now this negative multiplies everything inside your bracket. Why am I doing this? This is to ensure that you do not have an error in your signs, because most students make the mistake by changing the signs just by taking the either the 10 up and saying it's negative 10 or positive 2 or whatsoever. Most students make the mistake there, but then when you write it like this and then you multiply each value by the sign, this ensures that you do not make any mistake in the sign. So now negative times 10x, that's going to give us negative 10x, and negative times a negative 2, that's going to give us a positive 2. Remember, a negative multiplied by a negative, it gives you a positive value. Now that's awesome, right? So now from here we add or subtract like terms. Now we have negative 3x and negative 10x, so that's going to give you a negative 13x. 10 plus 2, that's going to give you a positive 12. It's equal to 1 over 3. Now from here you can change this, right, by applying this law that says that if you have a base raised to a negative power, you can change it to a positive by writing it as a fraction. So we can write it like this, right? So now this means that we are taking this, which is in this form, back to this. So that's 3 negative 13x plus 12. It's equal to 3 negative 1. Right. Now from here, we have two bases that are the same in both sides, so we can equate the exponents. So it's negative 13x, it's equal to negative 1, positive 12, right? So now we can take the 12 this side because we add or subtract like terms, right? So it's negative 13x, it's equal to negative 1 and negative 12. So that's going to give us a negative 13x, it's equal to a negative 13. Divide both sides by a negative 13. Negative 13 cancel out. So that's going to give us x is equal to 1. So that's your final answer. Right. So when it comes to multiplication of exponential expressions, you must make sure that you apply these laws. These laws are important. Now this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and the fourth. So make sure that you remember and understand these laws, because you will be highly relying on them to solve any expression that has a multiplication sign. Right, so now on this video we primarily focusing on simplifying exponential expressions that have a multiplication sign. So stay tuned for the next episode, the next video, of which we will be dealing with simplifying exponential expressions that have an addition or subtraction sign. Take care, please like and follow our page for more content.